Pisces, let's start with your reading. Today, we're going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will focus on the events coming up for you in the near future. Okay. All right, Pisces, what's going on here? So the good news is that the main energy for the reading is the sun, showing up right here and overall shining on your reading, both in this card, but also as you see right here on the table. Regardless of what we're going to see, it feels like something is changing into your environment. And finally, you are going to move towards happiness. You're going to be happy again after a time of struggle, obviously. And so let's get into the message. First of all, Queen of Wands, but especially this Ten of Swords. I see someone here who is not even fighting anymore, who doesn't care anymore about the situation, but not because they have something better to do and something better to focus on. This is really talking about numbness. Someone who's thinking, you know what, say whatever you want, do whatever you want. I am just done fighting. I just don't care anymore. I am done here. If this is you, you might be just letting the other person talk nonsense or let the other person disappear without fighting, without trying to explain yourself. You're not trying to change the outcome anymore. The worst possible outcome is when someone drives you to the point where you just don't care anymore, where you truly give up and quit any sort of hope or wish for the situation. Now, the other person instead is still moving things around in the situation, trying to play their game. But on the other side of the table, you're not there anymore to make your move. You have left the room, and this person perhaps hasn't even noticed that yet. They might be still talking about everything that has happened between the two of you, regardless of how long ago this happened. Talking to you about this or to their friends, but they are somehow really focused on convincing people on how things actually happen, only from their point of view, obviously. This is very insecure energy. Someone in need for validation from the people around them. They need to hear that they are right and that they haven't done anything wrong. This need comes definitely from within, trying to convince themselves that they have made the right choice and that they're not missing out on anything here. But they know that it's not true. I feel that deep down they do know it. They know what a huge mistake they have made, but right now they don't see a way to fix that anymore, especially because you're not making any more moves and not putting up a fight like you used to, perhaps. This is just them acting crazy, but not receiving any feedback from you, as if they were just talking and shouting to themselves in an empty room, and there is no one there to validate their feelings or to validate their words in general. It's as if they were talking to a wall right now because you're not there, at least emotionally. Now, next we have the Hermit, Five of Cups, and Queen of Cups right in the heart of the reading. This is really taking you to a place where you're just going to decide to take some time for yourself, obviously, with the Hermit. Perhaps some of the connections that you've had tied to that previous relationship are lost right now. For example, friends, family members, even. It's not easy to just feel left out like this, but keep in mind that this is the ideal position to be in, considering what is about to come next. You might feel left out right now, but you have an advantage here. You're truly looking within, not surrounding yourself with people and noise, trying to feed your delusion like they might be doing. Instead, you're analyzing the situation and also the role that you have played in it. You'll be the one coming out of this as a victor. And the overall dynamic will soon shift dramatically between the two of you, as we will see soon. You are learning how good it is to be by yourself. Right here, you're just letting go of any sort of dependency from this person to every single other thing that you really see around you that makes you feel this way no more. This feels like an overall wake-up call in your life, and it's making you stronger. You are rediscovering your power and loving yourself finally like never before. It's a process, but overall, that's where you're headed. This other person instead seems to be in trouble, if I have to be honest with you, with this Five of Cups. As soon as they are left alone with their thoughts and with the truth, they start feeling very tormented. Regardless of what they say to the world and what type of consensus they build around themselves, they can't run away from the reality. And that's when they lose control. This truly feels like a pattern for them. Something which perhaps is very familiar also to some ex-partners that they might have had before you. Trying to make other people look crazy. Whereas instead, they're just trying to discredit them so that they might convince themselves that they don't want them anymore, that they don't need them, that they can do much better. It's definitely a complicated situation, Pisces, but don't forget the sun shining on your reading. Something good is coming your way. I feel right now that you're coming out of this as strong and as beautiful as ever. You went within and you maybe realized that subconsciously you have participated in these dynamics. You have allowed the situation to evolve in the way that it did. Maybe because of a belief that you had about the situation, about this connection. This is special. We are soulmate. We're meant to fight for each other. And obviously, maybe things are turning out to be different. Or maybe even a belief about yourself. Thinking that you weren't enough, that you were unlovable perhaps, which obviously it's not the truth. But sometimes when you are in your own body, in your own life, it isn't as apparent that it's not the truth. Because you have a very limited point of view. But if you could just fly on top of the maze and see how everything is moving around you and seeing how beautiful you are, you would immediately understand this. And you're about to. You might have let yourself into messed up relationships to maybe distract you from yourself, from how you felt about yourself. Now, instead, you choose you. And it's the best relationship you can ever have. I definitely see something here that was fun, it was romantic, it was beautiful, but it was like that because you made it like that. Now, you get to say enough. And finally start living your life and be happy. If this didn't happen, you would have stayed and synced with the whole ship. But now, you now realize how strong you are. And that's the most important, beautiful thing, honestly. Now, Judgment, Nine of Swords, and that sun is still communicating to us pretty intensely, actually. Here we start seeing how the situation is about to change and evolve in a way that perhaps you were not expecting. Not with this card. This is something major. Regardless how much time has passed, how many things have happened. In the meantime, this person is about to reach out. They're about to reach overall some sort of breaking point. And when they crack, when that crack appears on the surface, the truth is about to come up. Just like steam comes out of a pressure cooker, you know? This is talking about a message that is just going to precede a whole bunch of events afterwards. But I still see you being strong. I see you getting something off your chest and perhaps walking away with your head up high, because you know what? You have nothing to hide. You actually should be very proud of yourself here with strength for being in control of your instincts, of your emotions, and channeling these energies in a way that it's going to benefit you, obviously, in the near and distant future too. So right here, whether you're going to decide to engage into this coming up energy or not, for some reason, it's determining a very important moment for you, something that will change within you, and also something that will change on your personal journey. And it's going to all of a sudden take you towards the sun. It's right there. And it's important for you to know, because sometimes just knowing that, it allows you to be more determined and to talk from a place of confidence without thinking that maybe you are going to miss out on something, which definitely you're not. So there is a conversation which might start soon. And the main theme here, at least from what I see so far, definitely seems to be karma. So let's see what this conversation is going to be about. Let's see what these incoming energies are going to be, as well as looking into how your journey and its trajectory is going to be impacted by these upcoming events. You're definitely entering a very important chapter of this relationship, but most of all, important chapter in your life. So let's clarify all the messages and let's look into what's coming next for you, Pisces. If you want to keep going with the messages, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget, Pisces, that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute live reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Pisces. All right, the bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the future events. Ace of Pentacles. I wasn't kidding when I said that you have the sun coming up for you. And you see it also right here in the middle of the sky. This is representing a very important opportunity, a seed that once planted, it's going to become something absolutely beautiful. You see it here and you see how it's going to expand, how it's going to make you expand as well in ways that maybe you didn't think possible up to this point. For some reason, this incoming energy feels like a turning point for you, and we need to understand why. Obviously, you do not want to waste your time any longer. You do not want to be involved in situations that are just going to keep you stuck and stagnating into a place where you're not happy. And the fact that you realize how fine you are by yourself, it's already giving you the power to achieve something beautiful and to surround yourself with the right people in the right situations. And so let's see how impactful this realization is going to be on you and on your future. Let's see, first of all, what this conversation is going to be about. And then let's see how your own personal journey is going to evolve after this energy shows up into your environment. Oh, I love when we clarify, because there's so much more to talk about here, starting from this Tower. So what is very important right here is